All right, boys and girls, this is another informational writing lesson. Last time we talked about choosing a topic. I believe it's been a little bit. This week we're talking about main ideas and details and how they're important when doing informational writing. So, as we've discussed before, informational writing is nonfiction writing. We're providing information for our reader. So think about the purpose of it, the author's purpose. So our purpose is to provide information. We want to provide facts, maybe statistics, things like that. So someone, if they're reading our paper, that they're learning something. All right, so excuse the way this came out. So we're going to discuss main ideas and then details. So a main idea is what the text is mostly about. It's pretty broad. It's a little bit bigger. It's often written as a statement or a fact, and it's not really a phrase or topic words. So cats have incredible bodies that adapt to their environment. That is what this the main idea would be. Not just cats' bodies, because we're not just talking about cats' bodies, but we're going to be talking about the cats' bodies and adapting. So that would be our main idea. That's what the text would be mostly about. And then details, it's when you are providing specific facts that support that main idea, that make up the body of the paragraph. So cat's ears swivel to help them hear the source of a noise. A cat's claws are retractable so that they maintain their sharpness even while walking on their paws. Gifted with night vision, cats' eyes have 6 to 8 times more rods than human eyes, and this helps them to hunt prey in low light. So these are all the details that go along with this main idea of their bodies adapting to their environment. So hopefully you can see the difference between a main idea and then details. All right, so this next lesson or next kind of little part that I want you guys to think about, we're going to talk about main ideas versus details. So what you to do is you're going to take a look at the set of statements below and you're going to circle the main idea and underline the supporting details in each set. Now I realize that this is a video, so you're not going to be able to circle or underline anything, and you don't have to write this on paper and email it to me. I just want you to think about it. And then when I show you the answers, see if you were right. So go ahead and pause your video right here. Read each set of facts. Figure out which one is the main idea, and then which one or ones are the supporting ideas. Okay, so go ahead and pause. Okay, so in set 1, it said the first little bullet point right here says 300,000 pounds of e-waste have been successfully recycled because of his efforts. The second bullet is, in order to promote computer literacy, Alex refurbished old electronics and sent them to countries with little access to technology, such as Sri Lanka and Cameroon. Alex Lynn is a high school senior who's working to improve the environment through the elimination of e-waste. And this fourth bullet point is, he petitioned the state of Rhode Island to make dumping electronics illegal. So I want you to think, which one is the main idea? Lets us know what this overall is mostly about. And then think about which ones are those details that support that main idea. Before we show you the answers, let's look at set 2. We have the first bullet point. The rapper Lupe Fiasco supports Kempra's nonprofit organization. Bullet point 2. Gun violence is a major issue in Chicago, but one young man is helping to promote community and peace. Bullet point 3. After the death of his friend, Rashawn Kempra began an anti-violence awareness campaign. And then bullet point 4, Kempra's organization, Project Orange Tree, coordinates community building activities and fosters conversations about how to prevent gun violence. So again, think about what is the main idea, what is this mostly about, and then think about which ones are the supporting details. So let's take a look at our answers. Oops. Oh, no. Okay, for some reason, my little animations are not showing up, but we'll just kind of talk about it. So in set one, the main idea is going to be this third bullet point. Alex Lynn is a high school senior who's working to improve the environment through elimination of e-waste. That's the main idea. This is what this paragraph is going to mostly be about. And then these other bullet points kind of tell us how he's doing that, right? It shows us how he's helping to improve the environment. He petitioned Rhode Island to make dumping electronics illegal. He's refurbishing those. He has successfully recycled because of his efforts. So again, those are all the details. If in set two, the main idea is that gun violence is a major issue in Chicago, but one young man is helping to promote community and peace. So that's the main idea. And all of these other details, these other bullet points support that. The rapper's supporting his effort, his organization. It kind of lets us know how he got to that point. His friend died, so that's why he began that anti-violence awareness campaign. And then it also talks about his organization as well. All right, so now we'll go to the next slide. All right, so this next slide, and I know you can't see all of it because it cuts it off, but this is about Malala Yousaf. I'm not pronouncing her name right, so I apologize. But this is a informational piece about a young woman and some of the things that she's been through in her life. So what I want you to do is you're going to have to actually read this on the Google Slides that I'm going to send to you because it is cutting it off. So I want you to read this, and then we'll talk about what you're going to do next. All right, so hopefully everybody's had a chance to read this short essay. So next thing you're going to do is, and this is, I do want you to email this to me, or if you're going to handwrite it, that's fine as well. You can text it to me. Just make sure I can read it. Some of the text messages I've been getting, it's hard for me to read it. So unless you're going to get really close up, then you're probably better off just typing it and emailing it. But I want you to think about what is the main idea of this text. So what is this text mostly about? And then I want you to provide at least 3 supporting details. And they need to support that main idea, okay? So remember, so think about what your main idea is. And then those details need to support that. So this is one of your assignments, so I do need you to make sure you do that. So pause your video and go ahead and do this. All right, fantastic. So hopefully everybody was able to recognize the main idea and then also write down 3 supporting facts about that. Okay, so remember we did talk about organizational patterns, so that's important for this next part. You can organize your information by sequencing, so that's when you explain events in chronological order. So if you're doing a biography, for writing about somebody's life, this is probably the best way to organize your thoughts. You can start at birth and then go to death or go to their present life. If you're telling how to do something, you want to use steps, sequencing. We also have description. That's when the author defines or describes a topic and you include characteristics and examples. Compare and contrast, we talked about this as well. That's when you look at 2 or more things and you talk about how they're similar and how they're different. So when you're writing, you're probably going to have one paragraph that talks about their similarities. And then, excuse me, another paragraph that will talk about their differences. Problem and solution, that's when the author presents a problem and then also presents solutions to that problem. So, for example, if pollution is a problem, that's a problem. You can discuss how it's a problem and how some of the things it causes, and then introduce some solutions that are available. So that would be one way to organize problem and solution. And then cause and effect. When something happens and then the effect would be a direct correlation to that, okay? So those are the different organizational patterns for informational essays. All right, so what you're going to do is you are going to read this. This is called Everyone Learns Differently. And then you are going to answer some questions that will follow. I have tried to fix the way this looks over and over again. For some reason, it just stretched out. So you may want to have somebody read it aloud to you if you're not able to read it clearly. And if you can, just I apologize. So go ahead and pause it and then read this essay. Everyone learns differently. All right, so you've read this essay, Everyone Learns Differently, and now we're going to go to the next part. We're going to answer these questions. This is part of the assignment that you do need to email me or text me. So you have 10 questions here. Please write in complete sentences, unless number 5, obviously, you're not going to. But it is good that we start practicing writing in complete sentences. So that means we begin with a capital letter, we end with an end mark, and it has a full thought. So you're going to answer these questions that go along with that reading. Everyone learns differently. So make sure you email these answers to me. And that is it for this week. Hopefully, you now understand the difference between main idea and details. I will need this from you, this page that we're looking at, as well as this page. I'll need those answers emailed to me, and it will be due by February 24th, which I believe is a Saturday. So that should give you plenty of time to get that to me. You can always put it in a Google Doc, which is really easy. I highly encourage you guys to do that. You just start a new Google Doc, you write all your answers in there, and then you share it with me. Where it says share under file, you do share. Super easy. You type in my email, and then it just notifies me that you've shared that with me. You don't have to worry about sending any pictures to me or anything like that. So I really encourage you guys to start utilizing the available technology. If you need further information about how to use a Google Doc, YouTube is an amazing thing. I've used it multiple times, so definitely feel free to look it up through that way. So I am going to upload this video and you can watch the video. I will also send you the link to these Google Slides. And if you have any questions or need any additional help, please let me know. I hope you guys have a great day.